Welcome back. Bitcoin never sleeps, they say. In fact, the cryptocurrency got a facelift over the weekend. At 12:15 a.m. Eastern on Sunday, the upgrade, called Taproot, was activated. This was broadly anticipated, and it opens up options for developers with new tools for boosting privacy, scalability, and security. Yahoo Finance's David Hollerith has all the details. And David, as I said, this was broadly anticipated and kind of easy to get into the weeds here, but it does mean something for the cryptocurrency.
Yeah, hey Jared. So Taproot was activated on Sunday, so yesterday. This has been proposed as far back as June. And actually, Bitcoin developers have been talking about sort of applying like Taproot-like upgrades since the early 2010s. So this is not something new, but it's very long awaited. And as you said, what it gives for the Bitcoin code base. So this is the blockchain. So we're thinking capital B Bitcoin as opposed to lowercase b, which is more so the asset. So what we can expect from this is more scalability on Bitcoin, increased privacy and security, and then sort of add to all that with this extra functionality that is coming into the code base. A lot of people and developers are sort of talking about the opportunity for smart contracts to be applied on Bitcoin. Now, previously, Bitcoin has mainly been used just for the currency and as a payments network. So this sort of is another way to look at Bitcoin, So whether or not that takes hold and whether or not that actually happens, we have to sort of wait more and see how developers will use these tools.
And David, to that point, what does this mean for Bitcoin and for Ethereum in the future, now that it sounds like the tech behind Bitcoin could execute smart contracts much in the same way that Ethereum already does?
Yeah, so I think that we want to be careful about jumping on the bandwagon of saying that this means that Bitcoin will compete with Ethereum and other sort of smart contract focused platforms. We really don't know how this is going to be used. I mean, people typically really like Bitcoin for how it's used now in a very simple manner. Changes to the network are very slow by comparison to other blockchains. And that's usually for a good reason, to ensure that things aren't screwed up. This is a couple $1 trillion blockchain that has tons of assets and it's grown so much. So I think we want to sort of like do a wait and see with this to see how developers will end up using the tools.
Yeah, a couple $1 trillion, and pretty soon you're talking about real money. David, we got time for another one. I'm just wondering if there's anything on your radar with respect to cryptocurrencies, any updates, any major upgrades. What are people in the crypto industry and market participants, what are they waiting for next?
Yeah, it's a good question. It depends on where you look. I think right now a lot of people have been looking at Ethereum. They're talking about DeFi and NFTs. And also the high gas fees, which that's sort of what Ethereum is sort of grappling with right now, is their transaction speed. So they've also fairly recently, over the summer, they've sort of implemented another sort of scalability solution. So these are kind of constantly baked in, and ironically, it's actually improved Ethereum's price a lot. But so people are looking at Ethereum for NFTs and DeFi. And then obviously there's the whole metaverse conversation that's sort of baked into that. So a lot of people are thinking about it that way. And then, with Solana and all these other newer blockchain projects, we sort of have the same thing. It's like a sort of a different look at transaction speed and whether or not that might be what people want to use to interact in this way. So it's there's a lot of stuff going on. But I would say this week, definitely look to see what price movements are going to do, because typically as we get to the holiday season, the cryptocurrency market, when it is in a bull run, it does tend to accelerate.
All right, well, we'll see how that shapes up in the coming weeks. Yahoo Finance's David Hollerith, thank you so much for breaking that all down for us.